January 27th, 2025. The morning sun is shining on a busy intersection, the kind where patience goes to die. We are witnessing a classic rat run, a driver deciding that the red light is merely a suggestion and cutting through a private parking lot to bypass the traffic control device. It's a move born of pure impatience, a minor infraction that usually results in a quick ticket and a grumble. But not today. Today, this minor traffic stop is about to collide with a massive ego. The driver, Danielle, doesn't just refuse to provide a valid license. She treats the request as an insult to her social standing. She invokes her husband's employment at U.S. Defense as if it were a diplomatic immunity pouch, setting the stage for a confrontation that is equal parts tragic and infuriating. Look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. We've all been frustrated by a long red light when we're running late. We've all thought about taking a cheeky shortcut through a gas station to save 2 minutes. But if you are ready to watch someone turn a simple traffic citation into a performance art piece about entitlement, referencing her husband's military rank and screaming, "Help me," like she's being abducted while simply being asked to step out of a car, hit that like button for moral support. Because honestly, the level of delusion we are about to witness is going to be exhausting. So, to help us survive this madness, let's play a game. I've prepared the official Bodycam bingo card for this encounter. And keep your eyes peeled, watch closely, tick off the boxes as they happen, and let me know in the comments if we manage to hit a bingo today. Let's see what we got.
Hello, Officer Perry, MKPD. The reason I pulled you over is because you're cutting through this.
Good morning. So is everybody else. There's one right behind you. There was one right here that just turned, but you got me, so good morning.
All right. Well, actually, I've been sitting here the whole time doing traffic crash.
Okay. Well, there's literally one right behind you, but yeah. And then there's one that just cut right in front of me, too, so that's okay. That's okay. You got me.
You know what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course. Okay.
Because I've been sitting here the whole time.
Okay, that's fine.
All right? And there's no need to argue.
Yes, good morning. Okay.
Do you have your registration insurance?
That's,
And if you happen to be talking about the Jeep and the Hyundai, that was the traffic crash that I was taking care of.
No, it wasn't that. It was literally another car right behind us. But it's okay.
All right. No, I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm not arguing.
Take a 104.
That's not a driver's license.
That's what I have on me right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, 42892 Bravo.
Your husband works for the U.S. Defense, or you work?
He's on a blue Kia.
Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, you should know better then.
I know. We just moved here, so I just came straight from the base. That's all I use. I know that's not an excuse, but that's what I have right now on me, and I just switched my bag, so that's why.
Okay, not having a driver's license makes me believe that you don't have a valid driver's license.
Okay. I mean, literally, that's what I have. Like, you can...
I don't need to show you all that.
I'm just letting you know.
I mean, there's no need to be a smart mouth, because I'm going to tell you what, that's going to talk your way into a ticket, okay?
I'm just letting you know that's what
Yeah, but there's no reason to be smart with me.
I'm not trying to.
Because right now you're looking at 2 tickets.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to. You're making it feel like I'm purposely not giving you my driver's license. And I don't.
No, I didn't say that. I'm telling you should know better because your husband works for the
I
defense.
understand, but you're making me
Okay,
feel.
you're arguing with me. What's your address, please? All right. What's your insurance provider?
USA.
All right. Do you want to go ahead and turn the vehicle off and step outside for me, please?
That's why.
Well, right now, you don't have a driver's license, all right? And I need to, once you step out here, that's why, all right? Seatbelt off.
But I would like to know why I have to step out just because I don't have a license.
Because I'm going to read you your rights, and I'm going to talk to you. I'm not going to ask you again.
Okay.
Step out of the vehicle.
That's all I wanted to know. Alright, so you're arresting me?
Step out of the vehicle.
No, I want to know. You're arresting me?
I'm not going to ask you again.
I just need to know if you're... Excuse you. Excuse you. Excuse you. Absolutely not.
Cogent.
Excuse you. Oh, my God. I just said step out of the vehicle.
need help.
Hang on, 104.
Please don't touch me. I'm looking out. Don't touch me.
Put the phone down. Step out now. If this other officer gets here, we're both grabbing you and pulling you out.
But she literally forced the door
Yes.
open. She forced the door open on me.
You're gonna pick yourself up by resisting. If you don't do as I say now,
You ripped
there
me
is
out of
no
my car.
exceptions.
You ripped me out of my car.
All right, you've got yourself for resisting. You are gonna go to jail. I'm done. Out. Your husband can come pick up this car. I need you out now. I've asked her to step out of the vehicle multiple times. I can't get her out of the vehicle. She has no driver's license. I want to read her rights back here because I have a feeling she's never been issued one based on what teletype is telling me, but who knows? But I haven't even read her rights.
Take a one here for it. Can you put me out there to 1101? All right, ma'am. You need to step out of the car. All right? Step out of the car, ma'am. The show's over. Step out of the car. Because you're crying doesn't mean you can't walk. You do what the police say, they won't touch you.
Yeah, okay.
Step back here by my car, by the mortar.
Put your hands behind your back now. Turn around. You have the right to remain silent. Any things that you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to your lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and you have him with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any question if you wish. If you decide to answer questions without a lawyer present, you'll still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to your lawyer. Do you understand your rights? With that in mind, do you wish to speak to me? I'm not going to deal with this smart-ass talk anymore. Yes or no question.
You already ran her?
Yeah,
No license?
nothing.
Throw her after your
Never
car.
issued.
Play the game later.
All right.
You want to talk? It's fine. You have a driver's license? That's fine.
Oh, am I
Yeah.
asking? Am I answering your questions? I'm sorry. Am I literally? No,
We
I'm
don't have time.
like,
We're done.
okay.
Take some.
Do you have anything on you that's going to poke me, harm me in any way?
Phone attack, GPS, hotel, Delta, Golf, 8 Southwest 3700 block of.
Sir? What's going on? How you doing? Good. Yeah. Good. Quick pediatrics, I never had a DUI. I don't know. Because she had her pulled over when I came by here. Literally 15 minutes ago, she still sitting in the car. And I was like, what the hell?
Well, she was screaming and screaming. I couldn't hear over the radio. I heard a lot of radio traffic, so I got pulled. And I can't hear what's going on. I look at you, I'm like, yo, I need help. I got to get this chick out.
Yeah,
because
I
she's
had no
freaking-
idea. I heard you yell something, and I thought they were phoning me out. I was like, yeah, take it, 1-4, step forward. And
Oh,
I was like, I didn't hear my number, but like I said, I couldn't hear shit.
yeah, I mean, she had attitude with me from the start. She hands me this defensive
It's a DOD.
military, ID. I said, where's your driver's license? I just use that. I said, no, you need a valid driver's license. Oh, well, I switch purses out and stuff. I use this all the time. I said, no, that's not valid.
She's ran
So,
out of New York then, right?
Virginia, I ran her out of.
You did, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and couldn't find her either.
I see that.
I mean, it's a shame because I really, somebody that's.
Well, yeah,
she doesn't wanna-
She doesn't want to.
It shows what Florida says. She's never been issued a driver's license. So she knows she shouldn't be driving, if that's the case. Doesn't show suspended. All I wanted to do was talk to her and see if maybe, with this new system, who knows?
It is what it is. If she doesn't want to talk and tell you what state she has a driver's license out of without giving it to you.
I'll try to talk to her and see what state she has. What's her name?
Danielle.
Danielle.
So.
At the same time, I can clock on resisting because I was trying to pull her out. She's strong.
Hello? Hi, Danielle. I'm Officer Guevara, Cape Coral Police Department. What license are you driving out of? Do you have a license at all?
I do. It's Texas.
Texas?
Yeah, I can give you my social. I
Okay.
don't know why she didn't ask me for that.
So what she's saying that she asked you and you gave her an extremely hard time.
No, she asked me if I had a driver's license and she made me feel like I was lying to her. I literally showed her my bag. I just switched it. People forget shit.
Sure.
I literally don't have it on me, but I do
but it's
have
out of Texas?
one. Yeah.
So I didn't really want her to have a head injury. I could have tried to pull her feet out, and I grabbed him, I thought twice, because I didn't have somebody else, and I didn't want to risk that.
Yeah. So the reason why you were detained is because you gave her extremely hard time, okay?
I wasn't resisting. I literally
didn't
asked
say
her
that.
if she was asked, if
Yeah.
she said, get out of your car so I can read your rights. I said, wait a minute. It clicked. And I said, well, why are you, she didn't say that before. She said
Yeah.
that the second time. And then I said, well, wait, are you arresting me? And then she said, I'm reading your rights. Get out of the car. And then I said, what? And she literally went into my car and forced herself in and started yanking me out. I just wanted to know why she was doing what she was doing. That's all I was asking her. And she got frustrated and upset and went into my car and yanked me out.
In the hole of I'm crying and I can't get out of my car. I do not have time for that. Not at all. Get out of the car. You can cry all you want out of the car.
We're going to double check Texas, you said, right? You have a license from?
Yes, and my husband is on his way.
Okay.
He drives a motorcycle, so I don't know about my car. But
Okay, you guys live here in Cape or?
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So just hang tight for me, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You want to run her out of Texas? She said she has a valid deal out of Texas.
1101. We're going to tell time.
The people cut you here, I see.
Bank parking lot, this one. Pull out of the bank lot and then pull them over into here. Usually, they usually come in here, but this
So what's the violation? Oh, driving off the roadway?
16074. Sometimes people cut it to avoid a traffic control caution. Stop sign on the red light.
Good to know.
Just trying to get here. Everyone's an idiot today.
Oh, either way.
Joe.
Yeah.
I know, and she's like, I always show everybody this.
What is that?
This is not a driver's
Spouse
license,
ID.
ma'am.
DOD.
Why does she not have a driver's license?
She doesn't have one.
But why not though?
'Cause it expired 3 years ago. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying why would you not just go get your license? It doesn't.
Because she's somebody special.
And that's the attitude she had.
Yeah.
She goes to me,
Yeah, she would get out of the
I told her,
car.
I said, you should know better. And she's like, because she was cutting through here. And she's like, yeah, I know.
Let me let her know that. So your license is expired since 2022. Do you have any other license in any other state? So technically, you don't have a license. Theoretically.
Massachusetts? I mean, that's
Massachusetts.
probably
How long have you been living in Florida?
since
Since May? Since May of this year? Of last year?
no, this past year.
So 2024 May? And where were you before? Texas or Massachusetts?
No, Virginia.
Virginia? Do you have a Virginia license?
I don't think so.
No. So it's just Texas?
I might have Mass, but for now it's just Texas.
Yeah, so the Texas one expired in 2022.
Okay, well I didn't know that.
Where were
I
you
really
after
didn't
that?
know that. Where? I'm sorry. What?
Where were you at the 2022?
God. Hawaii?
Hawaii. Okay. Do you have a Hawaii license or no?
No.
No, you never took that out.
I reached it, unlocked the vehicle, pulled out. This is probably the boyfriend.
I'm guessing so.
I can tell you, I think your husband's here.
Does she
Morning.
have anything with her?
How can we help you?
Well, I just wondering what the cause for the stop was.
She's cutting through a lane.
Okay,
Well, parking lot.
okay. And then the cause for pulling her out of her vehicle?
Because I asked her to step out of the vehicle and she refused.
For what purpose?
Well, she's going to jail right now because she has no driver's license.
Actually, she does have a driver's license.
Oh, where?
Okay.
Huh?
From where?
From Texas.
It's expired by more than 2 years.
And as a military service member that's also passed on to the spouse, I already have it pulled up on my phone. It's on the bike. It's still valid. You can't use it as an ID, but it's a valid license.
So, but you've been living in Florida since May of last year, correct?
That's
So
correct.
you can't have a Texas license if you're living in Florida.
That's not true. As I'm an active duty military, yes, we can.
Okay.
You can't have an expired driver's license by over 6 months. It's a criminal offense. It doesn't matter if you're in the military. I'm in the military too.
Then you should know.
It doesn't matter. You can have a license out of another state. That is true.
Yes.
But you still have to have a valid license.
It is valid.
Is she deployed right now? No, she's
It
not.
doesn't
That's the
matter.
only
When you're
excuse
state-
to not
I can pull
keep
up
your
the
license
statute.
renewed. Do it right now then. I can tell you that you still have to have a valid license. They can have a license out of a different state, but they still have to have a valid license.
Yeah, to be able to drive.
If you are a military duty member, spouse, or dependent and are stationed outside the state of Texas, not outside the state of the United States, the expiration date of your Texas ID is automatically extended unless your driver's license has been suspended, canceled, or revoked, which it has not.
Where are you guys stationed at?
South Fort Myers. Colonial and Fowler.
Are you like a recruiter or something?
On temporary.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out why there would be a station there. I've never heard of that. What
Oh,
statute
sorry.
is that?
That is
Yeah, but we're looking at 2022. This is 2 years.
3.
3 years. Yeah. Let me think.
that, and that's fine because it doesn't have a time.
Because you've only been. Yeah, I don't think so.
It's DL16B out of state packet 10, TAC 24.
Can I see that?
The highlighted one. Sorry, adrenaline's got me going. That's why I'm a little shaky.
It's understandable. The problem is when she was asked to step out of the vehicle,
She's got a resisting charge too.
She was
But why was she
uncooperative.
asked to step
We don't
out of
have
the
to have a
vehicle?
reason other than officer safety. If we're requesting you to step out of the vehicle, you have to step out of the vehicle.
What
If
was
you
causing
do
her
not,
feel like you're unsafe?
because right
You guys are the
now
ones with guns,
she didn't
not her.
have a driver's license. She did not have a valid driver's
She
license.
go to jail. So
Which
what happened?
we need to interview her to determine whether or not she has a valid driver's license. Okay, but we asked her to step out of the vehicle and she
She doesn't
refused to
have to.
comply.
Yes, she does.
Unless you have a
All right,
probable
I'm done.
reason.
You know what? I'm taking
That's
her,
all right.
and she's
God
gonna
will
get
be in touch
resistant
with you
too.
guys. It's all right.
So
To truly comprehend the catastrophic unraveling of this individual, we must first dissect the psychology of the rat run. Cutting through a parking lot to avoid a traffic signal, often cited as avoiding a traffic control device, is not just a moving violation, it is a behavioral marker. It signals a personality type that views societal rules as optional inconveniences rather than binding contracts. It is the manifestation of main character syndrome, where the driver believes their destination, their schedule, and their time are inherently more valuable than the collective order of the road. When the officer initiates the stop, he is not just enforcing a statute, he is piercing the bubble of her perceived specialness. Danielle's immediate reaction is defensive deflection. So is everybody else, she claims. This is the safety in numbers fallacy, the belief that if others are breaking the law, her specific law-breaking is nullified. It is the logic of a child caught with their hand in the cookie jar pointing at their sibling. But the true psychological pivot point occurs when she is asked for her license. She hands over a military-dependent ID. When the officer correctly identifies that this is not a license to drive, she plays their rank by association card. My husband works for U.S. Defense, she states. This is a fascinating and disturbing psychological phenomenon often seen in military and government towns. It is a form of vicarious authority. She has internalized her husband's status, rank, and federal employment, believing that it confers a protective aura around her. She isn't just Danielle, the driver with the expired license. In her mind, she is an extension of the Department of Defense. She expects the local police officer to recognize this hierarchy and submit. When he treats her like a standard motorist, it triggers a narcissistic injury. Her self-image as a VIP is threatened, and her reaction is to lash out, argue, and eventually panic. She cannot process a reality where she is subject to the same rules as the civilians she likely looks down upon. Now, let's step into the law school lecture hall, because this interaction is a masterclass in misunderstood jurisprudence. The entire escalation hinges on a single, critical legal concept: the order to exit the vehicle. When the officer realizes Danielle does not have a valid driver's license in her possession, a requirement in Florida and almost every other jurisdiction, he orders her out of the car. She refuses, demanding to know why. She believes she has a right to a debate. She is wrong. This issue was settled decisively by the United States Supreme Court in the landmark case Pennsylvania v. Mims, 1977. In this case, the court held that once a motor vehicle has been lawfully detained for a traffic violation, the police officers may order the driver to get out of the vehicle without violating the Fourth Amendment's prescription of unreasonable searches and seizures. The court weighed the de minimis, minimal intrusion on the driver's liberty, against the legitimate safety concerns of the officer. So, why does this law exist? Officer safety. A seated driver can easily reach for a weapon concealed between seats or under legs. Flight risk. A driver in the seat can stomp on the gas and initiate a pursuit. Roadside safety. Standing outside separates the driver from the heavy machinery and allows for a safer interview environment away from moving traffic. The officer does not need to articulate a specific suspicion that she is armed or dangerous to order her out. The lawful traffic stop itself provides the authority. Danielle's refusal to exit is not an exercise of her rights. It is an active obstruction of a lawful command. She is operating under internet law school rules, believing that the car is her castle and the officer needs a warrant to remove her. In reality, on a public road during a seizure, which is what a traffic stop is, the officer controls the movement of the vehicle's occupants. Furthermore, let's discuss the requirement to exhibit license. Florida Statute 322.15, and similar laws in Texas and elsewhere, explicitly states that every licensee shall have his or her driver license in his or her immediate possession at all times when operating a motor vehicle and shall present it upon the demand of a law enforcement officer. It is a strict liability administrative requirement. "I just switched bags" is not a legal defense. It is an admission of negligence. By driving without the physical card, she is already in violation of the code. The descent from a traffic ticket to a felony-adjacent incident is paved with Danielle's refusal to accept reality. We witness a phenomenon known as the escalation ladder. Rung 1, verbal noncompliance. It starts with "why," and "I'm not doing that." This is the stalling phase. She believes she can filibuster the arrest. She thinks that if she keeps talking, keeps explaining about her bag, keeps mentioning her husband, the officer will eventually get bored or intimidated and walk away. Rung 2, passive resistance. She grips the wheel or refuses to unbuckle. She stays seated. She is making her body an obstacle. This shifts the encounter from a verbal dispute to a physical one. Rung 3, weaponized victimhood. This is the most theatrical and manipulative rung. When the officer finally reaches in to remove her, an action he is legally authorized to do under the Graham verses. Connor objective reasonableness standard regarding use of force, she begins to scream. "Help me! Don't touch me! I'm scared!" Let's analyze this scream. It is high-pitched, repetitive, and designed to draw attention. It is a distress signal meant to summon bystanders. She is trying to reframe the narrative. In her mind, she is the victim of a brutal assault. To the camera and to the law, she is a non-compliant suspect resisting a lawful arrest. This cognitive dissonance is staggering. She is terrified, yes, but she is terrified of the consequences of her own actions, not of the officer. She is scared because her bubble of invincibility has popped. She is reacting to the loss of control. For a person who likely controls every aspect of her life, and perhaps relies on her husband's rank to control others, being physically handled by the state is a psychological shock to the system. The arrival of the husband marks the climax of this legal drama. He rolls up on a motorcycle, projecting an air of calm authority. He is the cavalry she has been waiting for, and to his credit, he comes armed with actual legal knowledge, specifically a Texas statute regarding military exemptions for expired licenses. Here is the what-if scenario. If Danielle had simply stepped out of the car, been polite, and allowed her husband to arrive and present this information calmly, she likely would have driven away with a warning or a fix-it ticket. The officer explicitly states later, "I just wanted to talk to her." The husband presents the Texas provision, which allows active duty military and spouses to operate with an expired card if they are stationed out of state. He is technically correct. This is a valid administrative loophole. However, he and Danielle fail to understand the concept of probable cause versus exculpatory evidence. At the moment of the stop, the officer sees a license that expired 3 years ago. That is probable cause for arrest or citation. The existence of a specific military exemption is an affirmative defense that usually needs to be proven in court or verified with specific paperwork, often a DL 16P card, carried with the license. The officer on the side of the road in Florida cannot telepathically verify her husband's deployment status or the specific Texas code. But the tragedy is that by the time the husband arrives with the magic statute, it is too late. The charge isn't just no valid license anymore. The charge is resisting officer without violence or obstruction. This is the pivotal lesson. You cannot physically resist an arrest even if the arrest is based on a misunderstanding. The law does not allow you to fight the police in the street because you think they are wrong about the administrative status of your license. The resistance is a separate crime. You can see the husband realize this. Watch his body language. He starts out confident, citing the code, showing the phone, but when the officer says, "She got a resisting charge too because she refused to step out," the husband deflates. He knows he has lost. He can win the argument about the expiration date. He cannot win the argument about her screaming and clutching the steering wheel. He realizes his wife has talked and fought her way into a hole that his rank cannot dig her out of. This video is a profound commentary on the decline of social contract and the rise of individual exceptionalism. Danielle cut through that parking lot because she believed her time was worth more than the community's safety. She refused to show her license because she believed her status exempted her from scrutiny. She refused to get out of the car because she believed her comfort overrode the Supreme Court's rulings. She wanted to be treated with the respect she felt her husband's rank deserved, but she failed to offer the basic respect required by the law to the officer doing his job. She turned a paperwork issue, which likely would have been dismissed once the Texas statute was verified, into a permanent arrest record for resisting. She traded 30 seconds of saved time at a traffic light for hours in a holding cell, a towed car, bail money, and a mugshot that will live on the internet forever. It is a harsh, unyielding reminder that the side of the road is not a courtroom, the steering wheel is not a gavel, and fighting the police is a case you will lose every single time. Entitlement is a powerful drug, but as we saw today, the law is the ultimate sobering agent. The tragedy is that she had the get-out-of-jail-free card in her husband's pocket, the Texas statute, but she tore it up with her own hands the moment she chose to scream instead of comply.